So today I'll be talking about a few theories about the Titanic. So the tea is with the Titanic is that the Titanic did sink, but it wasn't the Titanic that sunk. So if you've been living under a rock, the Titanic sank April 15th, 1912. That was like 100+ years ago. It killed, which I didn't know that this many people died. 1,500.
That's a lot.
That is a lot of people. And they said the ship was unsinkable. And then it sank.
Ooh.
So I don't think it was the Titanic. I think it was its sister ship, the RMS Olympic, which is built the same as the Titanic. So this Titanic was sister ships with the Olympic and the Britannic. Not that that one matters, but the Olympic, which you see here above, it's built the same as the Titanic, but the windows are different. So people are like, oh, they switched them. But then this one guy on the Amazon Prime video I watched, he was like, oh, well, it was just bad journalists that didn't know what they were looking at. But the ship says the name on the ship pretty dang big. So I don't know what he was on. I'm going to screen share a picture of them side by side. Let's see if this does the right one. Can you see
That's the same ship.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same.
There's no difference.
No, there isn't. I can find a better picture because this was 1912. I'm surprised they had cameras. I would tell you that they didn't have a camera good enough for this at that time.
I think they have the cameras that you have to just like position it there, and then it takes a really long time to shoot.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know 1912.
So they're built very similarly. They're sister ships, so that makes sense. But it doesn't excuse for all the weird stuff that happened. So the Titanic cost to make $7.5 billion, and they insured it for only $5 million.
It's like you can tell that you're reading off something, but like it's not like awful. It's like you're not like
I wrote it myself, so it counts.
Yeah. It's not like when you like read off a PowerPoint in school and you're like trying not to look, but you can tell that you're looking.
Oh no, I used to blatantly I used to ask how many points would they take off.
That's good.
And then if they were like 10, I'd be like, I'm gonna read it. How many points do you take off if we read from the board? Oh, 10. Okay, 90 it is. Let's go.
It was good enough.
Yeah. And 90 was great.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I looked at my courses like when it was, and in 5th grade I was a C student.
Damn.
Like C's and like a couple B's. I was doing bad.
Yeah.
I was doing bad throughout middle school and so now look at us.
We have a podcast. Why are you playing with scissors?
Cause I keep grabbing things.
I mean, you can grab things.
There's too many things here. In the middle of you talking, I grabbed this hairbrush and I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I put it down.
I think I saw you.
Are you a Ravenclaw?
I've gotten Ravenclaw and I've gotten Gryffindor. I don't remember.
You're a Ravenclaw because I have 3 kitties.
I don't remember what.
This is a Hufflepuff.
She is?
Yeah. What do you think she'd be?
I don't know. I remember that in this was in I think it was 9th grade. It might have been 10th grade that we had taken the test. And I don't remember her being Hufflepuff. Well,
she said that she tried to make herself feel like she was a Gryffindor, and then she admitted to herself that she's a Hufflepuff. Just like how I tried to make myself feel like a Ravenclaw, because that's what I got in the 6th grade. But it's just not there. So, and this is mine.
Slytherin?
Yep.
I think I'm a Ravenclaw.
I told my mom we were doing an English project. She was like, I was like, oh, I'm doing a project. Don't come into my room. And then she's like, for what class? And I'm like, English. Which is true. We're doing an English project together.
They want me to put the stupid thing in Spanish. Like, I didn't even know we had cable. How the f am I supposed to know how to put that in Spanish?
So the Titanic cost 7.5 million with an M, and it was only insured for 5 million. So it was underinsured. So if they broke anything or did anything, they wouldn't get the full amount back. But to put 7.5 million, because that doesn't actually sound like a lot for now, but if you like add inflation and everything, it's like 200 to 400 million. The numbers are like very like wonky about that. So I don't know. So that's why I said a range. But like I don't know about insurance, but I don't think you should underinsure a boat that has a lot of people in it.
No, probably not.
No, this isn't a good idea. Okay.
Such a big event because it was like a big event when it came out.
Yeah, because it was like
it was supposed to be the unsinkable, the fastest ship. It was supposed to be a lot of things.
Yeah.
It was supposed to break speed records. It was supposed to do a lot of things, and then.
well,
So some people said they did this so they could like fraud the insurance company, so they could get money, which I don't know how that completely works. But it sounds bad. So.
yeah, like why would you like, okay, we're gonna scam the insurance company, let's go kill 1,000 people? Like
Money, this is them. This isn't me. Don't hold this against me. Money, ethics. Or is it the other way around?
wait,
Money weighs more than ethics. Like this then. Money, ethics.
yeah.
More money.
Yeah.
Less people. They're also just, trying to help with the population problem.
We're trying to do population control.
Population control, just in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also another theory that JP Morgan, which is an American financier, very popular household name. I don't know where I know him from, but I know him.
It's like they're like an investment banking company, I think.
That makes sense.
I don't know.
They're big in the finance world. I know that.
So JP Morgan wanted to eliminate some of his rivals because, that's just the way to go. Well, he wanted to eliminate these people. Disclaimer, I don't know if this is true. This is what I think is least true, honestly. So he wanted to make way for the establishment of the Federal Reserve Bank in the US, and some of his enemies didn't like that idea. So he just kill them.
You just went, no.
I don't know how that one works very well, but it worked. If this is true. Well, before the ship set sail, more than 50 canceled their trip. And there was a lot of celebrities. I didn't look this one up early because there wasn't a lot of information about it. But maybe someone told them that, something's gonna go down. Because a lot of people who canceled were rich and wealthy because this was a very luxurious ship. It cost a lot to get on it. So it was a lot of celebrities that were like, no, I'm just not gonna go anymore. So that's
important.
That's food for thought.
My only knowledge of the Titanic is the movie Titanic, and wasn't Rose and her family like rich people? Like, weren't they like important people in the world?
Funny enough, I didn't see the movie.
Really? Have you ever seen the movie?
I've never seen the movie.
I saw the ending part, like just a little, when I was little and in Spanish. So I didn't really.
I've seen.
They were probably wealthy or something.
I've seen it one time and then never again because it's too long. But she was like, I thought she was royalty, but I don't think she is. I think I just made that up in my head. But she was like rich.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
She was the baddest beat around,
Rose,
the Titanic was like the place she wanted to be.
The only rich people could go into the boat.
Well, yeah, because you had to buy a ticket, and this is the time where like rich were like.
Leonardo DiCaprio somehow made it.
I think he snuck on the boat. I think that's how that movie works.
I don't remember. I mean, I never watched it, so I don't know.
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. He saw the boat and he saw Rose, and he was like, "Wow, I need to get there. I need to sneak onto this boat." And then he snuck, or someone gave him his ticket. I don't know. but he went onto the boat and then they fell in love and then he dies.
And then he died.
Survives. Well, I mean, she's dead now, but she survived for a while.
Yeah. She like grew old.
Yeah, she survived and she became like an old person, and then she died like from like natural causes or something. I don't know.
Apparently, the chances of surviving in like cold water like that is pretty. It's better than in normal water, because like your body like chills out, literally.
Oh.
So like your heart rate, and you just start like slowly like, so it's easier. Like you have more time to live.
But is the movie even based on like real people?
Probably
Yeah.
not.
What do you mean?
Is it?
I don't know.
What do I know? I haven't seen the freaking movie.
Rose and this person like actually like they're real people.
They're real people? No, they weren't real.
Yes, they were. What do you mean?
History.com says they aren't real.
Maybe they're based on someone, but like loosely.
Oh, I mean, I
then
don't
how
think.
did they? First of all, if 1,500 people died on the ship, why would Jack and Rose? Yeah, that's who we have to remember.
Not that their names. I don't know if their names are the same, but I thought that there's an old lady and they chose her story.
Oh.
To explain the Titanic and like the door, like the whole Leonardo DiCaprio person, like that, like their story actually happened, but like it's not like them then.
So Rose, like her personality is based off of a real woman, but this woman was never on the Titanic. And then
What?
Jack was based off of no one.
My life is a lie. I thought their story was real.
No, it hit the iceberg. It's in case you didn't know, but
that.
It hit the iceberg. The ship sunk.
But yeah, no, she's not real.
I saw this old lady do an interview about it.
Maybe the girl who like Rose's personality is based off of, like she was like a wealthy woman and like she in that time, but she didn't go on the Titanic.
Why would she talk about the Titanic?
Because she was based.
I don't know.
She was
alive. I think she was alive when the Titanic happened, so maybe she has some story about it.
Maybe you're just remembering it wrong.
I don't know. We cut you off mid conspiracy.
It's like a director. Okay. Well, the next suspicious thing is that they canceled the drill for the lifeboat. So like, you know how usually if you get on a cruise, they'll like tell you how to use the life vest or whatever. Well, for lifeboats, there's that for the crew. They canceled it. Why?
That's weird. That's very sus.
Weird. And back then there wasn't a minimum. Well, there was a minimum amount of lifeboats you needed to have, but it was really low. So they only had half of enough lifeboats to like carry everyone. And that's.
But that's like unsafe. Why would you not have the right amount of lifeboats?
Because it was 1912.
I guess they didn't care.
There wasn't like a mandatory amount. Because now you have it like, oh, per passengers you need to have a certain amount of boats.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, safety wasn't a thing. Okay, so also with the iceberg, like leading up to the passage of the iceberg, they received 6 warnings of an iceberg. And they were notified about it 3 hours before they hit the iceberg. I don't know if this is confirmed, but this is what I got from my research. And other ships knew about it too. And apparently after getting the telegraph, instead of changing course to not hit the iceberg, they went straight into the iceberg. That doesn't sound right to me.
No.
So that just adds to the whole thing. They were trying to kill people.
I think they were.
No.
Yeah.
And some people are like, oh, maybe they just didn't see it. Because apparently it was like nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was hard to see. Everyone else reported, like other boats, in the area were like, it's such a clear day. Anyone could have seen that iceberg. We only have 10 minutes.
Just wrap it up.
Okay. Well, other boats were like, it was super clear day. You could see anything. But then in this Amazon Prime video, this is this guy's theory. I found this theory nowhere else except that Amazon Prime video. Mm-hmm. And he was like, a cold air mirage, which we have mirages in the heat where, and if you're on the road and you look at like the road and it's really sunny and the sun reflects off the road, it'll look like a little pond or like waves. I don't know if you guys ever seen that. I definitely have.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I have. You don't
have. I see them all the time.
I don't know.
I see it all the time.
It looks like there's a puddle in the middle of the road.
Just like
you see it
on
TV where it's at school.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I didn't get the way you explained it.
So apparently there's that with cold water, which is like fogs everything up. It makes the horizon look like it's in a different place.
Oh.
I don't believe it.
I mean, yeah, that's because when you like blow out when cold air, there's a bunch of fog, but like the ships, they blow out like steam and air and stuff.
Yeah, so I don't believe in that theory. And if this was true, you'd think it would happen a lot more and there would be more reports of this.
Yeah.
But I didn't find any.
Yeah.
Some people say maybe it's also people think it's employee air coupled with the mirage of the cold and the different horizon. Mm-hmm. I'll say like one more thing. Okay.
I don't know. I think it was just I think it was the plan to kill people on the ship.
Yeah, because
I think it was definitely premeditated because it's definitely what that sounds like from the information I got. Maybe my information's not right. Let me preface this.
Maybe.
Do not take this as fact.
No. Don't take anything.
There were so many warnings and they decided to ignore it. Like, how are you gonna be like, oh, there's an iceberg there, but you're not gonna change course?
The crew was probably in on it though.
Exactly, I know. Like, it's just like.
But they also sacrificed their lives too, because the captain and like the second, I don't know what it's called, like the second person in line also died on it. So
I don't know about that, but
they sacrificed their life for that. I don't know.
Some of the crew must have been involved in it, even if they did sacrifice their life. They were involved for like maybe they were being like blackmails.
Maybe they were gonna get a lot.
Or maybe they were like promised to survive, but they didn't end up surviving.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
It's like, oh yeah, no, you'll be fine. We have a plan, but that they didn't end up surviving.
It was 1912. I'm sure they believed a lot of stupid things in 1912.
Yeah.
Also, another ship called the Californian was only 5 miles away, and they had these blinking lights on the ships that they would use for Morse code. And that didn't work. And the second thing you're supposed to do with that is use the little radios, which you're not that far away. You're only 5 miles away. And they didn't do any of that. And that ship was only carrying wool sweaters. I'm sure people would have loved to have been on the wool sweater.
Like a cargo ship of just wool sweaters?
No, I mean, how it was described, it was just like, oh yeah, there was like no people on it.
Oh, it was just sweaters. Okay, so yeah, probably like a cargo ship type.
Maybe.
Yeah, but like I think it was like a normal boat that they just used for sweaters.
Maybe that was the plan, to save the captain and
Exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, maybe like that's a boat for like the crew that they were supposed to escape to. And then their sweaters, so that since they were so cold, they could put on the sweaters.
Maybe.
Do you guys believe it was the Titanic and the Titanic sank and not that it's the Olympic?
Oh, I mean, if they hit an iceberg, they could have sank even if it was the Titanic. It hit an iceberg.
Yeah. Some people say it didn't crash at all. I didn't look into that. That
sounds fake.
I had enough theory already.
That sounds pretty fake.
Well, more to add to the Olympic theory is that the Olympic crashed 3 times.
Oh.
So she had a lot of repairs.
3
times.
She had
to get a little plastic surgery to fix her right up. So she was more susceptible to damage.
But if it was the Olympic, wouldn't it have crashed sooner and not into an iceberg?
No, I mean, a ship is like a ship. Like, it won't. Like, if nothing happens to it, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And some people think the boats got switched and no one noticed because the Olympic, one time it crashed into like a smaller like military boat or something.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the repairs took really long.
Ooh.
They're switching it.
They probably were.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think all of these have something to them.
Yeah.
I don't believe that just one is right, but guess we'll never know. Disclaimer, what is said in this video is all theory and not meant to be taken as fact. Thank you. Don't sue us. JP Morgan, don't come after us, please.
JP Morgan, we're not saying anything about you.
Please, this has nothing to do with you. I don't think you did it.
The 5th of September cult. We have nothing to say about you.
There's nothing here for you.
Please don't come after us.
Please don't. I have enough going on.
Thanks for watching our video on the Titanic. Look out for part 3 in our conspiracy theories, and hope to see you guys later.